Let's take a look at the printed glossary available to you at your tables. It is a two-column chart that describes the unit template components and key characteristics of the UBD framework. This printed glossary is a reference for you as you begin to analyze your own unit with your peers. We've arrived at the moment where we're about to take a deep dive into one of our own units. Make sure you have a copy of your UBD in front of you before you move on in your learning. You should have access to the website with a list of links so you can access a message from your curriculum director specific to the subject that you teach. Take a moment to watch the video most applicable to you. For each unit, including the one in front of you, you will see standards listed which are the driving force behind the unit. With critical vocabulary, we're looking at a limited number of words that students need to be fluent in to be functional in that unit. These words are brand new or unfamiliar to students. We're going to pause so you can identify the critical vocabulary in your unit. The content, knowledge, and skills are the nuts and bolts of instruction and are the most concrete part of Stage 1. It is what teachers have been trained to do for years. Take a moment to identify where the content, knowledge, and skills section is in your unit. Knowing how enduring understandings are written for the teacher and frame big ideas, look at your own unit and read your discipline's enduring understandings. Then, discuss how they give meaning and importance to the real learning that takes place in each classroom. Take a moment to read through this slide and reflect on these misconceptions. Think about how this impacts instruction. As you examine your current unit and essential questions, think about how you would use them. How are they aligned to the enduring understandings, standards, and content, knowledge, and skills? And after reading through these misconceptions around essential questions, what else have you heard that might challenge the original intent of essential questions? It is essential for students to know where their learning is going, not only for that lesson, but for the unit in general. Not only should the teacher have a clear understanding, students should also be able to articulate what they should know and be able to do. Learning targets provide this intentionality. Let's move on to Stage 2 and take a look at our assessment evidence. But we do so with a clear understanding of Stage 1, desired results. The understandings are measured through performance tasks, which is why it is so vitally important to take the time for students to be invested in this work. A balanced assessment plan also includes other evidence, such as checklists, multiple choice tests, or writing essays. Performance tasks ask students to go beyond recall. When students have an authentic context, it gives them the opportunity to take what they know and apply it in a new way. The end result might look like students taking multiple paths to achieve the same goal. Sometimes our discomfort with accepting different ways to arrive at a common goal can make it difficult to understand a performance task. This is the expectation of how a performance task is designed. If you choose not to do this, you're creating a more simplified curriculum and a different set of expectations, which may result in students getting further behind. To exempt students from these expectations really is not giving them the tools that they need. To opt out of the measurement of understanding, even if for a handful of students, it's not giving them the opportunity for those desired results. Take a moment to read the performance task in your units. In addition to performance tasks, other summative unit assessments have been provided by the curriculum teams. Examples of other evidence include multiple choice questions, writing prompts, and basic word problems. These examples are expected to be used for evaluating and reporting student learning. And now let's move on into stage 3, the learning plan. The learning plan is designed to ensure that students are successful on the performance tasks. The learning plan is a combination of activities, lessons, and experiences that leads to the achievement of the desired results and success on the assessments. We've been working with Bloom's taxonomy, both in its original and updated form. To simplify the hierarchy of learning and to be more connected to the UBD template, we want you to think about these 3 components of authentic learning: acquisition, meaning making, and transfer. Here is a more detailed description of what acquisition is. We are facilitating the connection between acquisition, meaning making, and transfer, and its relationship to Bloom's taxonomy. Acquisition aligns with Bloom's remember and understand levels. Meaning making is defined in the following way. Meaning making takes many forms and therefore relates to multiple levels of Bloom's too. Those of understand, apply, analyze, and evaluate. Transfer is the 3rd cognitive level, which is characterized by the following. As the highest level, this also translates to the highest levels of Bloom's taxonomy, that of evaluate and create. Now you're going to apply your learning of acquisition, meaning making, and transfer. You'll be asked to share examples with your team. We want to leave you with the rest of our time together to have a deep dive into your learning plan.